Dear students, welcome back once again. I am Shomit Vishwas with you to discuss the new chapter number 4. It is regarding the atmosphere. So, name of the chapter, it is here. First of all, we will recap what we have learned about atmosphere in earlier chapters. Already we have learned atmosphere means it is a sphere of air. There are 4 domains we know. There are 4 spheres. What they are? Number 1, lithosphere. Number 2, there is also atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Each and every one's definition already we have learned in first chapter of environment. So, air or atmosphere, this is the part of natural environment. What is air or what is atmosphere we will discuss in this chapter. We will see the composition of this, we will see that the structure of it, we will also learn about the need of this one and some of the things those which are related to the degradation of the atmosphere we will also learn. We will also learn about weather and climate and the instruments which are used for the measuring and forecasting the different atmospheric phenomenon. So, what we are going to learn in this chapter? Almost everything those which are very much concerned to the atmospheric changes, atmospheric structure, atmospheric composition, all these we will learn in this chapter. So, let us start. The first of all, what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the layer of air which is found in the surroundings of the earth, and it is stick with it as like as blanket, as like as a cover due to the gravitation of the earth. We have to keep in mind the atmosphere is most appropriate in its composition, in its structure only in the earth, which can help to sustain the life of the human beings, life of the other forms of life. So, what is the atmosphere? I think it is clear, and why it is remain in the surroundings of the earth, it is also clear to you. Now, we are going to discuss about the composition of the atmosphere. What is the composition of atmosphere? We will discuss. Look at, there is a diagram in your textbook. You can also see here the diagram. What is given there? A pie diagram is given. In this pie diagram, what we are seeing? We are seeing nitrogen is the main component of the atmosphere, whereas the oxygen is the second most important, the 21%, and all others they consider 0.04% altogether. So, these are the regarding the composition. So, composition, what is the meaning of the composition? By which any material is made up, that is referred as the composition. So, atmosphere is also made by what? Made by the different kinds of gases. So, atmosphere is made by what? Atmosphere is the composition of different types of gases. Which are the major gases? Nitrogen, oxygen and others. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21% and carbon dioxide 0.03% usually found in the atmosphere, and these are the major composition of the Earth's atmosphere. Students, let's recall which are the major gases. Nitrogen, it is the most important, mostly 90%, 78% of the atmosphere it is composed by it. Next one, oxygen 21%. The next most important gas which is very much useful in our life for the existence of the life, that is carbon dioxide, that constitute 0.03%. And other gases which are also present over there, they are argon, neon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen, etc., and even also ozone also there. So all these are referred as the trace gases. So trace gas means which have the very little proportion in the atmosphere, they are referred as the trace gases. So if we see, if we exclude carbon dioxide from 0.04% which is given in your diagram, then only 0.1% remain, and this particular section, this particular percentage is made up by the other gases, those which are argon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen, etc. So altogether they are referred as the trace gases. They have existence, but they have the very rare existence. They are very small in amount, that is why they are referred as the trace gases. So at the time of giving the definition of atmosphere, I have told you it is the layer of air. Is only air persist over there? Is only air is the composition of the atmosphere? No. Apart from gas or gases, there are also existence of water vapor and dust particles. Such dust particles and water vapor, they are also very much important component of the atmosphere. So now we will see what are the uses of different materials, those which are present in the atmosphere, those which are the part of the atmosphere, what are the use of them, what is the importance of each and every component we will see. First of all, we will discuss about the gases. The gases, those which are present over there, what is the use of them? First of all, which is the highest percentage? 78%. This 78% nitrogen is very much useful for the growth of the plants. In your science section, I think already you have learned or you are going to learn about it. In the roots of the plants, some of the plants, there is ribosome. Such ribosome consists nitrogen. So nitrogen are being fixed. Nitrogen fixation is found in the body mass of the plants. Nitrogen is not being inhaled by us. We usually consume nitrogen from the other sources like the plants, and then it transferred into the other animals, and then usually come to the last one, the human beings. So nitrogen is important for what? Nitrogen is important for the growth of the plants as well as also the other forms of life. Next one, if we take the example of oxygen, what is the use of oxygen? It is very common to us. Without oxygen, we are not able to survive. So it is the most essential kind of gas which support the respiratory system of the living organisms in the form of animals and the human beings. Next one, if we see the plant's respiratory system, for the plants at the time of photosynthesis, it is very much essential to add carbon dioxide. So, carbon dioxide is being consumed by the plants, and on the other hand they usually release oxygen, which is required for whom? Required for the human beings and the other forms of the life on the earth. So, these are the very common importance of the different gases, those which are very much essential. Apart from these, if we take the example of ozone, we will come to know about the ozone layer later on. Ozone is also one type of gas. That ozone is also important to prevent the entry of ultraviolet rays of the sun. So, try to understand, atmosphere is important to us. For what? For the survival of the life on the earth surface. It is also important for what? It is also important to provide the base, provide the scope to survive the life for the both plants and animals. And this atmosphere is also important to maintain the weather, to maintain the climate even. The atmospheric temperature, it is also unique. The earth is not too hot to too cold. That appropriate condition of the survival of the life has been created on the earth not only due to the availability of water, it is also created by the existence of atmosphere. In any other planets, there is no such unique composition, unique surroundings of the atmosphere around them which can help to sustain the life. But in the earth, on the earth, we are also seeing the existence of it. So, atmosphere, it is life saving. Atmosphere is also important to maintain the temperature. Also, it is also cause for the different natural phenomena, atmospheric phenomena which occur and helpful to maintain the life. Suppose if we take the example of hydrosphere, without existence of atmosphere, it is quite impossible to continue the source of water, because without rain it is quite difficult. So, without atmosphere, how it is possible to have the possibility of rain? So, now we are moving to the next portion of the chapter, next portion of the very particular part what we are discussing, that is the importance of the different components or the composition, importance of the different components in the composition of atmosphere. We are getting here, atmosphere is also composed by two more components. One is dust particle, another is what thing? Another is the, obviously that is known as what? That is known as the water vapor. That water vapor and the dust particle, they usually lead to the formation of cloud. So, cloud formation, it is basically related to what? It is basically related to the vaporization of water. After vaporization of water, when the water vapor they goes upward side, what we usually see? They used to get condensed around the dust particles. Such dust particle, without the existence of the dust particles, it is very impossible, it is very much difficult to form the cloud, and without cloud it is very much impossible to have the concept of rain, and without rain you can understand very easily, what would happen? We are not able to survive. So, atmospheric composition, very particular dust particles, they are also helpful. Such water vapor, they usually get condensed around them, and that process of formation of the water droplets around very small fine particles of the dust, it is known as the formation of hygroscopic nuclei. It is not given in your class. What is hygroscopic nuclei? You will learn in the upper class, but I have told you that process of formation of water droplets around the dust particles leads to the formation of hygroscopic nuclei, and without such hygroscopic nuclei we are not able to see the formation of cloud. So, these are the importance of what? Importance of the atmospheric composition. And we have also learnt about the importance of water vapor. So, dear students, you may get also the question from here. What question you may be asked? What is the importance of water vapor? Why the different gases are important in our life? What is the importance of atmosphere, or why is atmosphere important? Or in the different way we can also ask the question, what is the role of atmosphere to sustain the life on the earth? So, it is very much important to know and to remember also. We will try to understand also that what is the need of the presence of atmosphere. So, in a single sentence we can say, without atmosphere we are not able to survive. Why? Number one, without gases, those which are life saving gases like oxygen, we are not able to survive. Even in case of the plants, without existence of carbon dioxide, their photosynthesis process will not be completed. And if the photosynthesis is not being continued, then there will be hamper of oxygen supply. So, these are the importance. Even also atmosphere can protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. So, when all these factors are acting, obviously we are getting what? We are getting that the condition in which the human beings can, or not only the human beings, any other form of life, they can sustain on the earth. And earth, due to this condition, the earth is referred as a unique planet. Next one, you might have the question in your mind that when the different percentage of gases are being consumed by us directly and indirectly, then how they are being maintained in the nature. There is a cycle through which each and every gases, every component, they are being renewed in the atmosphere. So, which nitrogen has been fixed up in the body mass of the plants and transferred to the other plant animals, after the death of them it will be released once again. I think you have learnt already in science, there are also decomposers. After the death of the animals and the plants, such decomposers, they start working and they release all the matters once again in the nature. If you take the example of the continuation of oxygen and carbon dioxide, the photosynthesis process, it is also helpful to maintain the chain, maintain that particular process by which the continuation can be continued. So, next one, so in this page you will see the carbon dioxide is another important gas. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by the humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. So, I think it is clear to you that how and why how they are being maintained in the atmosphere. Look at, they add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into atmosphere each year. As a result, increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. We will discuss about the weather and climate, but from here, before discussing about that the particular two words weather and climate, from here we can get also the concept what is the result of increasing of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If the carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, then there will be the creation of the adverse condition in the atmosphere, and this adverse condition is referred as what is referred as the greenhouse effect. What is the meaning of the greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect means rising temperature. I will discuss in the next class regarding the greenhouse, that concept. What is the greenhouse? I will discuss later on. So, I think what will be the result? It is, and you have understood this one, it is clear to you, I think so. So, next one, if we take the present day condition, I have said that in different manners, the atmosphere is maintained, atmosphere maintains its composition, that is through the cycle. But with the human beings are reckless. In different times, we, due to our activities, the level of carbon dioxide used to increase in the atmosphere. Not only the carbon dioxide, but also the other harmful gases, their composition also gets increased due to the human activity. Now, in which condition we are living at present? That is a pandemic condition. That is a pandemic condition, that due to the spread of COVID-19. But have you ever imagined, due to the spread of this virus, Earth has got the enough time to revive its condition. Atmosphere has got some relief. In which regard atmosphere has got relief? During the time of lockdown in the different country, when the maximum public transport they are stopped, when the wheels of the engines or the wheels of the factories are not working, in this backdrop, the chimneys, they are not also emitting more poisonous gases. This was required to give the relief. So, you will also think in the direction, you will think that what are the positive sides of COVID-19. This positive side, what are the negative sides? We know we are dying every day. There is no such exact medicine to combat the situation. There is no vaccine. Each and every day we are fearing that it may be the next turn, it may be my turn. But the earth where we are living, it is able to maintain its renewability. It got some relief from the human activities, and such human activities led to the creation of the creation of the lots of poisonous gases which were added in the atmosphere. So, we have to give the space to the nature, we have to give the chance to the nature, we have to behave in that way as there is maintaining of harmony. So at the time of discussion about the atmospheric composition, at the time of discussion how they maintain their composition, that time we have to keep it in our mind that what is the role of the human, what will be the role of the human beings to maintain the to maintain the atmospheric condition. Obviously we have to be conservative, we have to think in that direction, as nature also can get some time to revive its condition, its natural course of renewability can be maintained. So today we have discussed almost the first 2 pages of the chapter, and in the next class we will discuss about the other things, and very particularly I will emphasize on the greenhouse gases. What is the greenhouse? Everything will be details in the next. So have a nice day ahead.